at 13 years of age, which is an outcome of trauma. And my mother took me to a psychologist. I remember the visit when I was 8 or 9 years old, and the psychologist says, well, ma'am, if this kid's only problem is that he wets his bed, given what happened to him, you're very fortunate. Well, that's not all that happened. ADHD happened, depression happened, workaholism problem happened, rage episodes happened, all kinds of stuff happened later on. But in 2004, there was a study done in Gaza of children. A large percentage wet their beds. They had nightmares. They were aggressive towards their parents. Only 2.5% had no traumatic symptoms. This is not after October 7th, but 20 years before, 22 years before. And I visited the occupied territories for the first time in 1992. That's over 32 years ago now. I cried every day for 2 weeks. I cried every day for 2 weeks at what I saw. And it was a lot better then than it has been ever since. And I say all this because I can't not say it. And because in Canada, as in Australia, if you dare speak about this, let alone the current mass murder that just took place in Gaza, a mass murder that at least 5 Israeli, internationally renowned Jewish scholars of the Holocaust have concluded was genocidal. These are Jews, these are Israelis, they're former members of the Israeli army, and they're calling it genocidal. But in Canada where I live, or here in Australia, if you say that, you're an anti-Semite. The hell you are. Don't let them tell you that. Well, I was talking about the trauma. You don't need war, you don't need genocide for kids to be traumatized. Trauma means a wound. It doesn't mean what happened to you, it means what happens inside you as a result. So in my case, the trauma wasn't that I was given to a stranger, it's that I believed that I wasn't worth keeping, that I wasn't important. So for that, you don't need genocide. So trauma is what happens inside you, not what happens to you. So trauma is not the sexual abuse. That's the traumatic event. The trauma is that you believe that you deserved it. Or that you believe that it's your fault because you didn't fight back. Whereas actually, not fighting back is what saved your life. It's a response of your organism. You can't accuse me of not jumping all over the place, so I will now jump to a